I kind of know like everything, but when I joined the academy, actually I realized that we don't know a lot.
I joined so as get more knowledge on SRHR so that I can pass to other people in communities, most of those who marginalize and take these young people as if they are joking when they express some of these things to them.
The objective of the Peer Educators Academy is to give the young people knowledge to make informed life choices.
You as an adult in this room, we want you to make an informed choice after we've given you the information.
Our communities perish because they don't have the right information. Information about health, information about physical health, information about mental health, and also spiritual health.
If you're saying you're a woman of values, you're a woman that respects yourself, you're a woman that is trying to achieve their dreams, then focus on your dreams. And know that in this life, there are a lot of challenges that we go through on a daily basis.
Deep down, I've always believed in myself and known I'm just as...
The outstanding sessions that I had in this year's Peer 2023 is that I got to learn more about the sexual reproductive health and rights. I got to learn to know how to plan. So many things that I learned that are really so crucial in life that you're supposed to be having.
One that stood out for me the first time was about the discipline of the bed, how to sleep. Then two, I like the advocacy.
I'm interested in mental health and psychology, and we've had sessions to deal with that. So I've learned a lot in the sector that I'm really, really interested in. We tend to think mental health is a thing for the whites. That even one day I told a friend about it, and then he was like, those are white diseases, not African diseases. I intend to pass on the information I've learned to people who need it, because we've had cases where teenagers have the highest cases of depression, stress. So I would love to pass on the issues to do with mental health and how to maintain stability in that sector to the people of my age, maybe older or younger than me.
I would love to advocate for most of the things that I've learned here. I would love to fight for the young people outside there that are really missing out on this information, not because of ignorance, but it's because they don't have the information or they've not been taught.
I intend to take out the messages I've learned to the people out there that have not been able to come to the academy.
I use it as a learning possibility to empower our girls, our young girls that are going through messes and they do not know what to do, so that they can feel that there is a gauge of love around and not to look at them as a burden.
Learning how to make reusable sanitary towels, young girls deep down in the villages will get the opportunity to also get access to sanitary towels, because they find that many of them use things like fiber. You can talk of the clothes that are really not that healthy. So teaching them how to make the reusable sanitary towels will enable them also access the good sanitary equipment that we people this side are able to access.
To the people that organized this program of Peer Educators Academy, I want to take a special thanks to you, because you've shown the youth that there is a platform where they can show their talents, they can grow. It's been a great experience. So on behalf of my fellow peer educators, I would like to take a special thanks to Reach a Hand Uganda.
Thank you so much, and we hope that this continues in also the coming years, such that people out there, other young people out there, also get the opportunity to learn this amazing information that we learned, because you get to know that you learn and unlearn a lot of things.
They should do more and more and more, because such opportunities bring out good outcomes, and a lot of people are going to be learning from this.
And we thank them for everyone that they were able to bring to talk to us.
And we pray that you continue blessing us, continue bringing more people like this, because even us tomorrow, maybe I'm in Lira, I'm in Sudan, I can also start up something and at least call them to come and also have a time with those people.
If you are a young person out there, I think you should also apply for the Peer Educators Academy, because this is the best place that you can be. Peer Educators Academy is a program where we mentor young people in sex and reproductive health. We empower them in advocacy, we empower young people in communications, we empower them in different fields of life of their interests. We've given them skills at the academy and knowledge to enable them to make different life choices. Well, this being the 9th cohort has been so amazing. One thing that stood out for me in the 9th cohort was the teamwork that they had. They worked together as a team, and we had a quiz during this 9th cohort, and it was the first of its kind, and it was really, really great. You could see that there's teamwork. It was really amazing.
What inspired me to join Reach a Hand Uganda? The passion that I have for it, and I heard about it because it's for the young people, so I had that passion to pass on information to the young people.
I've seen its products, for example, Clinton and Rosetta, people that I've been able to meet and have been so inspirational in my life. So if they picked a leaf from this organization, then why not me?
I needed to get more information about sexual reproductive health and rights.
Us as the youth, we tend to think we kind of know like everything, but when I joined the academy, actually I realized that we don't know a lot.
I joined so as get more knowledge on SRHR so that I can pass to other people in communities, most of those who marginalize and take these young people.
As we sit here this second year to recognize and set the pace to launch the new edition of the Icon Award, it is therefore for this very significant contribution that I request all of us to join hands in supporting this initiative.
The role of the Icon Awards in the film industry cannot be overstated. Firstly, it serves as a platform to honor the creativity, innovation, and hard work of all the filmmakers in Uganda.
Our purpose is to fundraise and see that their pieces see the light of day. It's quite a long journey, but we're happy that this evening we are starting it with you, and we pray that you'll stay with us until the end.
In Uganda, we have a huge problem. We have a problem of we don't believe in ourselves.
And then the education and the training background that we have seem not to interconnect and give us the connectivity to dispense and execute this industry to its fullest potential.
You see, at some point we've been through different festivals and we lacked an Academy Award, or we lacked awards that appreciate us as talent.
So we need to be strategic. The benefits of film are not going to be seen by us. That's what you need to understand.
The people out there would love to know, what are your expectations for the second edition of Icon Awards 2024?
For starters, I'm really excited about the second edition. The first one was really big. They set a very high standard. So I think we've been all beating around, asking ourselves, when are we coming back? When are we coming back for the second one? And I'm so glad that I'm at the launch of the second one. We are really excited for what's coming.
First of all, I expect more fun and entertainment. You know, last time I was Nalimuchintu, so I did not fail everything, but this time I'm expecting a lot.
It should be an outburst. I know what the first edition for Icon Awards was. It was unexpected. It was spontaneous. For somewhat, it was on point, and it was a lesson.
You know, people expecting better than what they saw last year, of which last year, to me, it was one of the best award ceremonies I've ever attended.
So this calls out for partnership for all of us to stand together. Let's partner. Let's work together. We're not even doing it for us. We're doing it for our children and grandchildren.
So we still have a long way to go, but I believe the journey has been started. And if we continue consistently supporting each other, advising each other, I believe the sky is the limit.
My name is Mary, and this is my story.
Ebire bibika enjuba nyabo teyalaba kasana kaali katayimu kanzikiza ng'omusajja amaaso gazibiriza talina bugumiikiriza
nsasira omuzadde yagera ku makya ng'alumizibwa nabonabona mu bulamu kawalanga kalina oh yeah ssente tewali naye kakasome nasula enjala kayigirizibwe nasula enjala kasobola okulya ne bwoba gwe nakooga nagwawo nyabo kekake kekakiyeyaya ne basekerera ne boogera ebifu nabigumira kawula kekalina leka boogere ifuketemu nefutukeri nerikalengiza neribika ku nsonyi nerikalabisa sonyi wanyina wulira bwakaba nakulukuta amaziga wulira omulanga kwe ulaba kumikiriza kakyali kato soma lulala tolunda kaleke kasome kanyabo kaleke watirirako kakyali kato soma lulala tolunda kaleke kasome kanyabo kaleke
dore umwana aracyari muto little sister brighter future ejo hazaza n'ahandi niwe believe me when I say this oh yeah don't be the monster unknown would you be the angel she needs please hold my hand be the reflection of my dreams oh yeah
kato swama lulala kaleke kasome kanyabo kaleke kwatirirako kachali kato swama lulala tolumya kaleke kasome kanyabo
kaleke shokola tekikkirizibwa mu Bible ne Quran okutunuza omwana omuto mu mbuga ya sitaani mani muleke abeere virgin nga nani. Can't you see that she's barely an embryo? Obeera mulwadde okumulaba nti eyo ye laavu yo. Olimba kanyabo okayingiza mu nnyumba yo. Okozesezza bukodyo okunyakula ebyako. Okujjula ebitayidde ekkomera ly'otunuulidde. You should treat her like a sister from another mister. Guide the young senorita, barely taller than a meter. She's too young for the pressure from a man. She's barely 16, toyonona future plan.
Kachali kato swama lulala kaleke kasome kanyabo
kaleke kaite mu uniform yako
kwatirirako kachali kato swama lulala
cheyetaka kugwe ye guidance yo
kaleke kasome kanyabo
swama lulala toba lubalala swama lulala toba lubalala swama lulala obikula otya uniform mazima obikula otya uniform kaleke kasome ofungula otya uniform kaleke kasome ofungula otya uniform swama lulala swama lulala
kasome kalindemu kaleke kakule lindamu kaleke kasome kalindemu kaleke kakule.
My name is Mary, and this is my story.
Look to your left, look to your right now. Every girl is an angel.
Young girl with a whole world in front of her, but her daddy wanna sell it to another. Her mama telling her not to embarrass her, and her boyfriend wanna make her a mother. But she got dreams, you see, better things that she wanna be. She don't wanna be engaged, cause her dreams are valid.
Where I come from, every child is a nation. Give them the energy and company. Nothing else, we sing like
what it is and no so cold so much.
every girl is an angel.
I'm a sham, you know so cold at time. So cold at
future generation.
Take your hand, reach it and take a stand. Father, let your girl learn and make a plan. Let her learn to ask, raise a hand. Not in anger, less lies, more candor. Protect those who will raise the future. Get money, get books, get a tutor. Stay smart, stay strong, this is crucial. Pregnancy can't come between you and your future.
Where I come from, every child is a nation. Give them the energy and company. Nothing else, we sing like
what it is and no so cold so much.
every girl is an angel.
I'm a sham, you know so cold at time. So cold at
future generation. Have a little faith if you believe you can make it. Nobody's perfect, but if you try, you can do better. Them say tree only bends when young, so we have to straighten them up from the start. Paint a better picture, post a better photo, give a good example. E.g., what would you want to be in future? You can be anything, just follow your dreams. One day you'll make it, believe in yourself.
what it is and no so cold so much.
Every girl is an angel.
I'm a sham, you know so cold at time. So cold at
future generation.
Emyaka gy'emito gwe birekeire omuto n'omuto kabasomeni embuto ziba bazisa bubi eggwanga tulisudde mu kabi basajja bangi gye bali bireke bitabo bye bisooka na bidi future yaddo gibawa bali.
Girl, just get focused. You know you can soar high if you realize your dreams now. Nothing can take you out. What it is ain't no so cold, so much. Every girl is an angel. Abaksham, you know so cold, but oh so cold, but
Baleke, bakule, future generation. Baleke, bakule, lifting my nation. Baleke, bakule, basoko bate.
look right. Every girl's an
Basoko bate.
Look to your left, look to your right now. Every girl is an angel.
young girl with a whole world in front of her, but her daddy wanna sell her to another. Her mama telling her not to embarrass her, and her boyfriend wanna make her a mother. But she got dreams, you see, better things that she wanna be. She don't wanna be engaged, cause her dreams are valid.
Where I come from, every child is a nation. Give them the energy and company. Nothing else, we sing like
What it is ain't no so cold, so much. Every girl is an angel. Abaksham, you know so cold, but oh so cold, but
bakule, future generation. Bakule, lifting my nation.
Take your hand, reach it and take a stand. Father, let your girl learn and make a plan. Let her learn to ask, raise a hand. Not in anger, less lies, more candor. Protect those who will raise the future. Get money, get books, get a tutor. Stay smart, stay strong, this is crucial. Pregnancy can't come between you and your future.
Where I come from, every child is a nation. Give them the energy and company. Nothing else, we sing like
what it is ain't no so cold, so much. Every girl is an angel. Abaksham, you know so cold, but oh so cold, but
bakule, future generation. Bakule, lifting my nation.
Have a little faith if you believe you can make it. Nobody's perfect, but if you try, you can do better. Them say tree only bends when young, so we have to straighten them up from the start. Paint a better picture, post a better photo, give a good example. E.g., what would you want to be in future? You can be anything, just follow your dreams. One day you'll make it, believe in yourself.
what it is ain't no so cold, so much. Every girl is an angel. Abaksham, you know so cold, but oh so cold, but
Bakule, future generation. Bakule, lifting my nation. Emyaka gy'emito gwe bireke, omutono mutoka basomeni. Embuto ziba bazisa bubi, eggwanga tulisudde mu kabi. Gwe mwana muwala ve kubiri bireke, basajja bangi gye bali bireke, bitabo bye bisooka na bidi future yaddo gibawa bali.
girl, just get focused. You know you can soar high if you realize your dreams now. Nothing can take you out. What it is ain't no so cold, so much. Every girl is an angel. Abaksham, you know so cold, but oh so cold, but
Bakule, future generation. Bakule, lifting my nation. Bakule,
Yes, wakasi akatwolekedde ekyatulese akawungezi k'olwaliro.
Reka no guguba muranga abashomesa barashobya habana. You promise too much mutamanye muri yo mu future murazana.
Ubwire bukya ntibusweka amaziga njura kwate uha. Wishing for light to come and sweep away the darkness in my life. It's us with you and me tukwatira wamu tuchuse omwana kule.
I know we can now. We can make it better, you and I. Maxi, kwata maxi. Master, pressure nyingi. Bambi, watamanyi manji. Toka kozesa kumusubya future nyingi.
Ijobalo, inyeki kadapa toya moti doe. Editi kokunyini nyara autoside doe. Totoke dapa pekoto ne keda kine kame tungangunu keda kina muna mono kidoe. Ikoku yeni mamili lingitora kiro. Araide rai papa kone kodo chitalimo. No, it's not a ke mamenga chamo nite mori kikino se kama titungangune roko.
We can make it better, you and I. Take away, I know we can now. We can make it better, you and I. Maxi, kwata maxi. Master, pressure nyingi. Bambi, watamanyi manji. Toka kozesa kumusubya future nyingi. See my world, see my life. I'm not the one you like to me. You must see me as my dream. And you're fool, I think I'm cool. Yeah, I know we can now. We can make it better, you and I. Kara kutukurira murisho, otashobyiwe kareko kasasi. You won't say goodbye. I won't say goodbye. You broke my heart. Maxi, kwata maxi. Master, pressure nyingi. Bambi, watamanyi manji. Toka kozesa kumusubya future nyingi.
Reach a Hand presents, in the memory of Eric Backstrom. Young people in Uganda making from choices in your lives. Thinking. Never. Naughty. Get a choice and follow. Yeah, follow. You better think about tomorrow. It's your life, Vakubiabo. Get a choice and follow. Yeah,
follow. You better think about tomorrow. It's your life that could go.
You decide, you decide, you decide what you want. You decide, you decide, you decide what you want.
Let me tell them say, you only live once, but how you live it good about it's actually up to you. If you want make it, you work hard achieve. You got me full support. Oboka bobo pika amani tegala na yebela mama lilivu. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe you can get solutions to your busy boo.
You decide what you want to be. Yena ye itamu future ni megi. You decide what you want to be. Twertie chi not your family. Angao ni kine mo give me bed free. Pemere give me ni time what you beg yell we go make my food it and America tea. We love in the love we kumi koka ngedwi.
So you decide, you decide, you decide, you decide what you want.
You decide, you decide, you decide what you want.
Bolamobo kwa salawo buzibushi wafunyeyo sembero tuwulire tubyogera porowe tume kuyishukiza toli wa bulijjo oli wa muwendo. Would you protect yourself, respect yourself, fight for your rights yourself and love yourself? Chotonye chochireke ate chori yegwe. Now before you decide, think about your life, think about your future, think about your dreams. You gotta live your dreams.
Choice ye yo, wasala wowe so dinge. Choice ye yo, fetu kubile tukupodile. Choice ye yo, tukone bezi optioni. Choice is yours, yours, yours.
You decide, you decide, you decide what you want. Salawo, gwa salawo.
You decide, you decide, you decide what you want. Yeah, yeah.
Gwa salawo.
So you decide, yeah, what you want to be, what you want to be.
Better choice and follow. Yeah, follow. You better think about tomorrow. It's your life that could go.
We know who we are, shining like a star. Do it our way, live it every day. We know who we are, shining like a star. Do it our way, live it every day. Your ways, your ways.
Chusa, belazo, kulaba.
Your ways, your ways.
Chusa mu, belazo, kulaba.
Your ways, your ways.
Chusa, belazo.
Your ways, your ways.
Okay, belazo.
ABC, I'm gonna go and see. Oh baby, hold on, let us try out, hey. Oh, we're too young, the future's bright and clear. Maybe later we go do it every day. Don't kwatirira miraba, binyumira anayomula mbwagala, namazanyo ngalala, anaye future. Tomoa, 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 tomoa bintu byaffe, topapa, topapa, topapa.
Get your mix out.
Manyachori, find a way to change your life. Zenawe noli, we can work and change the world. Nengera bana kungudo, gabasula byo bulamu tebalina. N'abasomye kombalaba, bataya ye mirimo tebalina. N'obulwadde gempitira, mbulaba buchunya abantu. We can make it change, we can make it change.
We know who we are, shining like a star. Do it our way, live it every day. Your ways, your ways.
Chusa, belazo.
Your ways, your ways.
Okay, belazo. positive attitude, a positive mind. I might have found the cure for AIDS, NBM, not before marriage. Mvubuka, better ne courage. Sugar mami mugambe, chochali mu college. Dakubuku yo, nonya knowledge. Wadoko yeso sejeno, embera yaka wuka wuku mine porridge. You should be feeling so happy. Nga baby munapi, mvubuka yo so lucky. Education is the key, stay smart, decent and elegant. Time to Kena was in Bengati elephant, settle with Pariba, so factors main constant. Look up, protect yourself.
Life is precious, better know that. Quit living a fast life, you better fall back. Doing drugs so you can look cool. Don't be a fool, better stay in school. Don't lose yourself doing what they do. Don't do drugs cause your friends do them too. Better be different. Maybe one day you can be the president. I'm talking about the life that you live, the choices you make, ensure that you breathe. Don't you let the peer pressure make you something you don't wanna be. Live your life the best way you know. You can be whatever you want and even more. Yeah, it all starts with you. You look at me, you know dreams come true. Treasy.
We know who we are, shining like a star. Do it our way, live it every day. Your ways, your ways.
What we are doing here today is one of our core activities where we celebrate the gains that we have had over the years in trying to support young people to know their statuses.
We bridge the gaps between communities and the services that the communities need.
It is very astonishing that we still face the challenges of stigma and discrimination in this country. But we, the young people living with HIV, are saying we are not stopping there, and HIV will never define who we are.
We are back to the years ago where people didn't have the information on HIV or SRHR.
We need to do demand creation that translates into behavior change, and that is the ingredient we are still struggling. And we hope the young people in this room today and maybe in the future would identify what is that we need to do that will change their behavior.
We need to empower the youth to drive our advocacy messages, but also to drive our health education and sensitization in regards to HIV and AIDS.
Also interact more with the group, okay? My session, I don't have a PowerPoint presentation because I presumed this is not a class that I've come to lecture. Are we together? So I don't want to be like I'm in a lecture theater. Okay? So anyway, I'm a lecturer. I lecture, but I'm not in a lecture theater at the moment. Are we together? So I thought like I would just come and we interact through. We talk through, we share. How many of you have ever seen me by show of hands? Here. How many have ever come across this face by show of hands? Okay? Another one? You've ever come across this face? Yeah, I was passing through the university and everyone's like, hey. I was like, hey. Seems so many people know me here. Unfortunately, I've never crossed that gate coming here. So when I was going through, I saw this place is very big and I was impressed. Because I've just been passing on the road, like, okay. So I was impressed. So where do you come across me? I'm even wondering because I don't know your face. Can you tell them maybe? Can you share? Guys, our session is going to be just like that, okay?
If I'm not mistaken, it was in school and it was a psychologist, a psychiatrist.
Which school was that?
Psychiatrist.
Which school was that?
It was in the JSS.
It was in the JSS. Clap for her. Can you clap for her? I want to credit her for having such a strong memory. That was in the JSS, right? Very good. You were in Indeje by then? Wow, that's nice. Where do you come across me, young man? Don't worry. Just, even if it's a club, that's okay. Anyway, in the Kafunda, that's fine.
I came across you when I was from getting breakfast.
Getting breakfast. And then you? Yeah, very good. Okay. So, Ndeje SS eating breakfast. That's okay. Sure, I was in Ndeje SS, I think, 2 years ago. And I've moved all schools. I thought Namagunga,
because I was in Magungo of recent, then Uganda Matters and King's College Bud of recent. But my name is Grace Bikumbi, and she's right. I'm a clinical psychologist of 15 years experience working with people with mental-related disorders, okay? And people suffering from issues of depression, people suffering from issues of any mental-related problem, people suffering from addictions, we shall go through that also. People suffering from other related disorders, be it eating disorder, sexual disorder, okay? Addiction like internet addiction, we shall go through some of those things. WhatsApp and betting addiction. So by the end of the talk, you'll have assessed yourself. Where are you lying, or why don't you want to go? I'm simply called Grace Bikumbi. I work in a National Referral Mental Hospital, Butabika Hospital, as I told you, for the last 15 years. But I look a first year student. I look a first year. So, but because I know how to deal with my mental health, okay? And then, I'm also a lecturer. I lecture in many universities around. I don't know, how many of you go to Makerere University? I don't know how many I've taught before. I may not have taught any. But I lecture in Makerere, I lecture in Ndeje University, and also do some tutorials in UCU. Okay? But I'm also a student, though I've been in for the last 15 years, because I'm a final year. I'm a finalist. Can you clap for me? It's not easy to be a finalist. I am a finalist, just like some of you, pursuing my doctorate of medicine in addiction and psychiatry, and I'm in my final presentation to hold my permanent head damage. Okay? And that's my PhD, which I'm finalizing, actually, God willing, next 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now. So, I think that's really good. I want to encourage you also. How many of us in high school, I was trying to get to know the population I'm dealing with. How many of us are in VAC? By show of hands. Very good. So you are joining university. You're joining uni. Wow, guys, welcome. You're joining uni? Welcome to the field. How many of us are in university? Okay, very good. For you already there. First years, by show of hands. Second years, by show of hands. Okay. So some are joining, some are going to join, and some are there. How many of us have left university? Okay, this is a very interesting group. So we have people joining. We have those ones who have left university, and we have those ones who are finishing and finals. Their complication is in each stage there. Those who are not sure, by show of hands. Yeah, by the way, exams are about to come. And some people are like, okay, when are they coming back? Am I sure or not sure? Will I get tuition or not? So we have 3 categories of people here. We have those joining. We have those who have finished. And those who are who are there. But each stage has a challenge. Truth or false? The most challenge is in the finishing line. The most challenge is in what? In the finishing line. But also the challenge is in the process when you are in the uni at the moment. Why? A lot of things are happening. Some retakes have set in. Are we together? Some retakes have done what? Some retakes have set in. I forgot to, some retakes have set in, but also a lot of confusion. A lot of what? A lot of confusion. Okay, I am about to finish. Now, where am I going to go after? Okay, I'm in second year. What is the next step? Okay, I'm doing this course. Which course? Now, are there jobs? Some people are encouraging you, I think you stop. Others like, no, continue. And then you have the ED, the ego, and the super ego. That's personality. Eh? Can I stop here? Can I continue? But also in there, if you're a girl, we have some people that are seriously challenging your mind, the boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. You have this younger man who is also actually either in first year, but thinks he can take you to his home. Are we together? He thinks he can take you to his what? His home. And he's like, don't worry, things are going to be fine, Bambi. He's also being given tuition, but he's promising you heaven and earth. Chikomando, as long as he buys you something, it's like, don't worry, things are going to be fine. He's also being supported. But the way he's coming here with iPhone and swelling, like, wow, that's my guy. That's my what? That's my guy. But I am a mental health worker. I told you I don't have a particular topic I'm going to talk about, but I want us to just talk freely. Are we together? Freestyle. That's my guy. Oyo mumulaba oyo yewange nana from am lecture ngo mulaba wakabi. That's confusion is setting in. Confusion is doing what? Confusion is setting in, and when he comes like, yeah, yekubiyaka wo, it's all having very nice fume. What? The younger man is also hustling down there. But he's confusing a certain soul here. Can you clap for yourselves, guys? He's confusing a certain what? When he moves, you are like, you. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been in universities before. I have actually studied, apart from this university, I've been in Makerere, where I did my first degree. I went to Chamboga, I did a master's in management science. I went back to Makerere, I did another master's in a master's of science and clinical. I'm doing my PhD in Bara University of Science and Technology and Ghent University. So I've done so many universities. I know how younger boys and girls can confuse. But they are dealing with your what? Your mental state. The challenge comes when he pregnates you. James, hope there is no James here. James, you know what? These days I'm not feeling well. What is happening? You see, I vomited and I don't want my parents to know what is going on. Are you lying? It seems you had a boyfriend. You see, you know, have you done malaria test? No, I think I'm pregnant. You are what? You are pregnant? Since when? How? Why? You are lying. It seems you have boyfriends at university there. No. Then you become totally confused. Where I work currently, we have about 1,000 inpatients in the hospital. I wish this team can get time and bring you for tour. 1,000 inpatients. 1,000 inpatients, we have the women, and mostly women are battling with depression. Battling with what? Depression. But where does this depression start from? Because of this guy who you thought would take you to heaven and earth. He's my guy. Even when your parents tell you, no, that's my boy, don't even talk about him. But that same boy has another 3 honors somewhere. That is now the one in university. Not so. Retakes start setting in. The pregnancy sets in. By chance now they maneuver and Gandhi remove. But then psychologically you become tortured. Like, why? What happened is, I'll take you to another angle. The boy also becomes confused because he can't tell the parents. So what will happen? Substance. Let me start drinking some alcohol. Start doing some bangi. How many of us do some bangi here? By show of hands. I can even they raise their hands up. Or how many of us take alcohol? By show of hands. Yeah, it's good to be genuine, yeah? Bangi is in Jaga, marijuana. We have this second student, finalist. Where am I heading? I have a pass degree. I have a pass what? Pass degree, pass mark. 49, 50, 50, 50. Pass what? Pass degree. But also, I hear there are no jobs. And I did which course? My engineering. By the way, the medicine now, it's not something that you can praise a lot because there are so many. Of recent, we were recruiting medical doctors. I saw almost 150 applying for just 5 posts. You get what I'm saying? 100 and what? And 50. But then also come to me who has done my arts in arts, photography and photocopying, with a master's in photocopying and printing. With a master's in photocopying and what? And printing or printerly. So you start getting worried. But in the beginnings, because stand up the two. No, don't stand up. But because we are among the two, like, yeah, I'm going to uni. You see, when I reach at uni, I'll come to your stage. For them, they're happy. They're going there. They're excited. They're anxious. When are we even starting? But also the challenge, I'll tell you their challenges. For this one, like, okay, think things are fading out. I cannot do anything, but I want to encourage you at that stage. If you have finished, don't be deceived that, don't actually get mentally into substances, don't get into other factors, don't get into messed up. Just align your future. Just align your goals and you're going to reach there. Are we together? Why? It starts from you. It starts from how you've thought about it. It starts from how you started. Maybe it was late for you, but you have to start from uni to look for social capital. For social what? For social what? One thing I'll teach you here is social what? Social capital. There is no capital that is greater than social what? Capital. Did you know that? There is no capital that's greater than social what? Social capital. So you start getting messed up. Now you see I'm done. They are going to chase me from the home. Now daddy will chase me from his room. Where will I go? I think you get these things. Now I'm going, now that I've been getting some pocket money, I've been actually, daddy, the lecturer said photocopying, 50,000. Daddy, they need this book. Even when the book is not needed, at least you've been getting some money. Some what? Some money has been flowing in. Uncle, you know I have a presentation and they told me, please send me just 20K. Now those 20Ks are going to start what? You cannot lie. But I want to encourage that stage. For better mental state, just wait for the future, dive in the future, work with the future, progress. Start something, start your own thing, don't wait to be employed. employment will come. Okay? You have something you want to say? Yes.
Just adding on what you've said. You're talking about the future. As we, the pre-educators, we really don't understand which future you're saying. For some, may understand the future is now, but for the rest, they understand future is still. So that's what I would like to emphasize on.
So future starts now, right? So you dive in the future. But why I'm saying the future is I want to prepare your mind that my future is bright. To mentally prepare your mind that my future is what? Is bright. Because if you are this person who is waking up and don't know the future in front, then you are going to get into the valley. Okay? Go to these ones who are going to uni. They are happy. Things are moving on well. They are excited. Yes. Because they are going there. They don't know what they are going to find there. But a lot is there. Others are now wanting to know how, you know, there's a lot that you're going to be taught at uni that you didn't know, and that free lifestyle. That's where some have started learning different habits. Why? Because the room you are going to go to, you're going to meet this younger girl who has been in certain school, and she's very good at smoking shisha. And her lifestyle is just walking like this. And you also want to copy. This younger girl who is very good at smoking cigarettes, and you're going to sleep with her in the same room. Not so. She'll start teaching you. When you smoke, you feel good. When you smoke, it's kawa. It's what? When you do just one marijuana, man, you are going to be in class like a giant. She's going to give you all the lies. When you get like a sugar daddy, man, you're not going to suffer at campus. She's going to encourage you to get sugar daddies, to get sugar mummies for the men. Then you'll go for this mama. Mama, hey, big mama, because you want to fit. Mama Naka, Beredene. Eh? Because you want this woman to be giving you some money so you really fit at campus. Eh? So a lot of things are going to come that will disorganize your mental state. Are we together?
And sometimes it's not a lot of things. Sometimes girls, we tend to chase for... No, we tend to chase for something that wouldn't love to attract or catch us. Nenga, you just want to fit in it.
Thank you. Well, mine is to add on to what you had said, that there are those vacuists who are excited to go to campus. How about that vacuist that is suffering mentally? How is he or she supposed to cope with what campus has to bring? Yet he or she is already dying within.
You talk to me.
There are those who are there who, as she said, how can he cope? How can she cope? But why I'm bringing this talk is sometimes I tend to divert, but because when I see a center point, for example, when I look at the audience here, I think we need this brief talk. Okay? We needed it. We need it because we are psychologically tortured. We are psychologically, the homes we are coming from themselves are a mess. Some of us, daddy has been beating mommy all the time. Mommy has been kicking daddy, so you're mentally tormented. Mommy has been this tough woman. You cannot even, the moment daddy comes back home, even the rats run away. he's back. And just locked yourself in the room. So what happened is most of the time, most of the youth that I've met have started using substances due to such factors. Okay? The environment they are living in, the groups they get, either at campus or at home, back home, most of them are young pregnant mothers. Not because they wanted to, but because they were influenced by others. They were what? They were influenced by others. As she said, petty things are going to mess up your mental state. Just that because you want to reach and be like this other person, by the way, I want to encourage you, never compete with students in school. You will get messed up mentally. Some are coming from ministers' homes. Some, when they come for VD, it's a tracker that comes. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I'm from a very humble background family, not poor, but humble. But at least I went to some of the good schools. Because I remember my school I went to, Huntsmark and King's College, Budo. Trust me, mine, when parents would come to visit, they would come with just one kavera and a small bag. But I had friends that is a double cabin that would bring things. You get what I'm saying? A double cabin packed of milk, 5 boxes of milk, about 10 boxes, 10 tins of biscuits. Everything, chips, chicken, KFC. Poor me, they would come with just a kavera and a small bag. Sometimes Rolex. Because I would not miss out of a Rolex for sure. I think you knew me. I would not miss out of a Rolex. But what you need to do is you just prepare yourself mentally, because you can mess up. Sometimes it's just about thinking, what is my future? Some of them are nowhere. Some of them, by the way, are drug addicts. Because the guy would have pocket money like 1 million to 2 million. I'm telling you, this is a reality. 2 million pocket money. Daddy, now money is over. The guy has another 500 here, but daddy, money is over. I have only 50K. And I'm benchmarking on that. The guy has 500 here. The guy buying here on the canteen, you see the guy is like, guys, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? See this guy on the canteen is ordering this, ordering big soda. Like, my God. But for you, who's from a humble background family, you know what took you to school. Most of these guys, I'm treating them, by the way. I'm sorry, even when I was crossing somewhere, other 3 saw me on the street coming like this. And this guy, we studied with him in King's College, Budo. But the guy, I saw him chewing marijuana and Mairunji just across there. And when he saw my car has Budonian, when I stopped somewhere in Kansanga and he saw Budonian, he came. It's like, Obi, and only looking, putting my window down, this was my classmate. And this guy was bright. But just because he got messed up into substance use, and from a very good family in Buziga, up there. So, as you hear these words, where are you? Where do you want to be? Most of us are going through depression. Most of us are going through a lot of distress. It could be some illness. It could be loss of a loved one that has been distressing you. You might have gone through a situation that's really hard and you cannot tuition itself. Some of us were in uni. You know what it means? Some of us, the moment it's a certain percentage, you don't even come. And then you don't want other students to know that you have been chased. You know that state where you don't want others to know that you're also among those ones they are demanding. You want to pretend for you pain time. In actual sense, you are dying silently inside. Okay? So, why am I talking all this? So many factors lead us to substance use and mental illness. Okay? So many what? Factors lead us to what? Substance use and mental what? How many of us have come across, how many types of addiction do you know? By show of hands. You bring me this ball. Which type of addiction? You get it and tell me. Sorry. Okay, which type of addiction? Sex addiction. I'll talk about them. Which type of addiction? Alcohol addiction. Which type of addiction? Drug addiction. Okay, which type of addiction? Social media addiction, pornography, betting. Which type of addiction? Gambling addiction. We shall talk about them. Which type of addiction? Eating addiction, eating disorders. Tebava mu fridge. Every night, in the morning, in the night. You even walk very slow when they're sleeping to go in the fridge. I remember these guys at home, like the doors are closed, but the girl opens slowly and walks in the fridge. Then who ate this? It's the maid, that maid. But you don't leave the fridge. Which type of addiction, sir? You want to say kleptomania? Yeah, kleptomania is a disorder. You know kleptomania? Picking, stealing petty things. Stealing petty things. Even when you are not going to use it, you steal. That's a kleptomania. That's a what? Even when you are not going to use that thing, you just steal it. You are just very good at stealing. You cannot miss out of stealing. Yes? Yes, sir? Drug addiction, yes. I'm going to tell you one by one and how you should avoid it, okay? Last one. Girls addiction, skirts addiction, eh? Let me begin with that. Addiction to sex is a very bad addiction. It's a very bad what? Ladies and gentlemen in here, these girls you see in the streets of Kampala, don't think some of them are there because they want. And by the way, don't even think some of them are there because they want money. There are those who want money because of unemployment. You've seen them? On which street? On which street mostly? On which street mostly? Kabalagala, Speak. Speak Resort. You know Speak? Parliamentary Avenue. Most of these girls are there not because of money. Others are there because of money. Others are there because surely they have addictions that cannot be managed. As long as the girl goes and she can only be slept on by 5 men. I am going to tell you one of my research I did. Don't ask me how did you do that research. I did it in Mbarara. I did it in where? I did it in Barara. I was actually working with these sex workers and asking them what takes them to streets. Why are they always on streets, even when they have the money, even when they have gotten money, but someone still wants to be on the street of the streets. And I was doing that night walk in Mbarara. Don't ask me why did you, because I know some of you might be thinking thinking beyond. Were you a customer? At one point, you have to pretend like you're a customer when you're doing research. But I wasn't a customer. I wasn't a client, neither. Sex addiction is a bad addiction. In that, if you're addicted to sex, it is, by the way, you have to control. Why are people addicted? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Do you know why most people are addicted? Can I tell you a little science of addiction? You want to tell me that? You want to say something? Yeah? Please. Okay, all right. Then I'll tell you a little science of addiction, okay? So you know it from a science base.
Well, for some forms of addiction, we could talk about compensation. Yeah.
Compensation, like you want to compensate. Something went wrong. Mami akuvumye nnyo, you've been abused a lot at home. Okay? So you feel like, okay, let me just go and meet my guy. Are we together? Yes.
Well, what I know about addiction, especially those that deal with the psychological bit of it, like sex, betting. I think when someone gets used to that feeling, there's that chemical which is produced in the brain called dopamine. So dopamine, when dopamine is excessively produced, there's a way the brain starts, when it reaches that moment, you feel like you can't move minus doing that.
Okay, so we have two chemicals in the brain. Two what? Neurotransmitters. It is dopamine and what? Those who have done some little biology in senior 4, senior 6, and 8, those at university. It's dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine and what? You write that, by the way. You read about it. Dopamine and serotonin. You have to be knowledgeable. Eh? Yeah, knowledgeable. Dopamine and what? And serotonin. Serotonin. Just as you hear that. Serotonin. Dopamine and what? Serotonin. Just read about it. I'm going to tell you about these two neurotransmitters. Whatever you do, that's why when we were still young, this is now a secret, but Ugambang, never start sex. Never start what? That if you start, you'll not stop. Please, if you haven't, please just be. How many of us here have ever? Okay, most of us. So never start a habit that the dopamine levels are going to rise high. Why? Because in the chemistry of the brain, whatever you do what? Whatever you do, the brain will want to have a reward. Whatever you do, and the dopamine and serotonin gets excited. Gets what? Excited. Gets what? Excited. You will have to redo that thing again. It is science of the brain. That's why this part of the brain is called the reward enforcement center. The reward what? This one here, you'll read about it. If you have Google, put in reward. Let me not just lie you here. Eh? Nowadays we have internet. Read in, put in reward enforcement center. Reward. This part of the brain is also called the limbic system, and the reward what? Reward enforcement center. Is if you do something that is very nice and the dopamine levels rise high, you are going to have a reward. The brain will say, please, I need it again. I need it what? You'll need a reward. Let me draw it here. These dopamine levels, that's why I'm telling you guys, if you've never, we are still young, we are still vagging, let's maintain. Are we together? Are we together? Let's do what? We avoid some of these because if you don't control, you can easily cross into some addictions that you don't know. I'm going to talk about sex addiction in line with also masturbation addiction that you fear to talk about. Look at me, all of you. I want to see those who have. Look at me, all. You know I'm a psychologist, so I'll know who is who. Look at this addiction is a bad addiction. sex addiction, masturbation, about what? Before I talk about them, I was talking about the reward what? Reward what? Rewards. That whenever you do something, we have in the brain the dopamine levels. That, okay, if you eat nice food, you always want to go back to that lady who cooked that nice food. Truth or false? Let me go locally, by the way. Mama Jindi afumbe mere. Do you know how many canteens you are going to pass? Because you want to go to the other food which was very nice. How together? Because when you ate it, you felt what? You felt good. That what happened is the drugs we do, the substances we do, the sexual issues, that when you take something and dopamine goes high, you get pleasure. You get what? Pleasure. So that's what we call it also the pleasure what? The pleasure center. The pleasure what? Whenever you do something and the brain gets excited, you'll always want to redo that thing again. I am sorry, I'm also a peer educator, so I don't want to fear. And I'm a scientist anyway. I don't fear talk about some words. How many of us, if you've never had sex before, me, I'm married, I've ever. At least me, I qualify. I have ever. For you now, let me take you have never, all right? Yeah, you don't qualify. All of you put your hands like this. That's those who qualify to have had sex before. She qualifies. So me and her, we know what it means. For you don't know. If you know, may God forgive you. And you repent for your sins forever and ever. Can you look here now? When you go for such sexual intercourse, there is when the dopamine goes high. That's pleasure. By the way, this is science of the brain. And you feel so good. I'm telling you because I've experience. Yes, I've experience. I'm not here to... This is scientific. She knows, she has experience. For you don't know, you feel so good. And so good, that is now serotonin and the dopamine in action. The pleasure raises higher to extreme. But then it reaches a certain stage and the dopamine knocks. Dopamine does what? That means it can't stimulate any more hormones, so you are now excited the whole body. So what will happen? It will drop down. It will drop what? Someone who was feeling good now do like, this is you get it? You'll actually push someone away. Now the dopamine drops down. You get it? But what happens is after a minute or after a week or after hours, again, the pleasure will come back. So you'll start having the reward. Like, oh, I wish I can do it again. You understand? So that's what I'm talking about. So you have to be very careful when you are doing these things and drugs. That's why you see people who start doing drugs like cocaine, heroin, pethidine, so many are wasting their lives. And this meth, crystal meth is around Kansanga here. By the way, don't start. Because the feelings you feel with these drugs of addiction are even beyond this. Actually, cocaine, meth, and pethidine shoots higher of dopamine feeling. And what will happen when you start, you are not going to stop. You're going to become addicted. You're going to become what? You're going to become addicted. You have a question? But do you know what I'm talking about? Are you getting something? I'm wasting my time. Is it helping you? Because you'll wonder, why do people get addicted? Why don't you stop drugs? It's because this person started on drugs that are harder. And when started on these drugs and marijuana, the brain got excited. And then you cannot stop by yourself. before I continue.
I just want some clarification. So, for weed, we understand what weed is, right?
Weed is a jagai.
Yes. So, because I've seen people that do it consistently, but then they are like able to, okay, they're not as addicted as you have like explained. How does that come about?
I don't know what you mean by they are not addicted. Addiction is the continuous doing of substance over and over and over, or doing something over and over. You get it? Repetitively. By the way, they cannot even function minus taking the weed. And I'll talk about the weed as I'm talking about now sex and masturbation addiction. By the way, masturbation addiction also starts slowly. Maybe you can put a section for questions in the middle in a few minutes. Masturbation addiction starts slowly. You'll be there in your room thinking you are helping your Mans, that is very bad. That's very what? And how is it going to affect your mental state whenever you are doing it and you hear mommy opening the door? Wait. Are we together? Whenever you are doing it somewhere, you are even a rat passing. Mentally, you are not concentrating. It's going to affect your mental state. One time I was moving in a taxi and a guy masturbated in a taxi. Ask me how did it happen? Ask me how did it happen? This younger man in his brain, most of these boys you see here, don't think we are alone. Let me also put myself. Don't think we are alone. We just need prayers. We need what? Because you say young girl like that. You say young girl passing, you don't concentrate. You see the other one with a slit, you don't concentrate. There is no girl that has ever passed a man and a man doesn't do like this. There is no girl that ever passed someone and doesn't do like this. Girls mostly don't do it. Men do it. The moment a girl passes a man, just know, if you were a girl and you are walking, just know it from me. Even if you don't look behind, that just know that man looked behind and peeped at you. Even if you continue, just know he glanced a bit and removed very fast. Just that he didn't knock himself and went down on the floor. Are we together? So mind what you put on, because you are going to cause these boys problems. This younger man masturbated in a car because he saw a nice younger girl seated like this in a taxi. And seated near him. And the guy couldn't do anything. He just started slowly. Because he had addiction of masturbation, by the way. To be realistic. The guy thing stood. He couldn't help himself. He just started slowly in the taxi. Slowly, like he thought people are not seeing it. You know what I'm talking about, guys. I am not here for a show. I'm here for reality. I'm telling you here the things that will really put you off. I have worked with a certain two girls in some high school. Very bright girls. I am happy that these girls are now doing medicine. These girls, when I finished like how she saw I went to Ndeje, I talked to multitudes of these schools. Even on TV. I'm on TV most of the time, by the way. I thought some of you saw me on TV. Okay? These girls actually one of the girls came to me and said, "So I'm addicted to masturbation. I am dying silently." I'm dying what? She came to me after and I worked with her. I helped her through. Because why? Her grades started going down. That's mental. Her grades started going. Because every time she's in class, after 30 minutes, bathroom. Because one of the girls in school taught her how to use a certain handkerchief, or what do how or what. They know those things, by the way. Simani, you do like this, you touch here like this, to have your own feelings, and the moment you do and the brain gets used, you will not even get by the way, such girls don't even love men and boys. And that's where divorce comes in. Divorce does what? I've worked with the lady who divorced with the man because whenever they would finish, the man wouldn't even do a lot of sex, but in the bathroom, the man would go and just masturbate completely. And this woman would be like, this guy lays in the bathroom. Is he a woman to shower for 1 hour? Then the woman just went slowly several times and listened to what the husband is doing. It was so bad. In the bed, the guy can't perform. In the bathroom, the guy is very good. The guy is very what?
Good.
The guy is very what?
Good.
You know, I like these musicians when they're like, yo. That's why I'm trying to do this. The guy was very what?
Good.
Was very good. Mental. So guys, don't go for these things. It is bad. By the way, you might start slowly. I think your hand is really, you want to say something for sure. I'm coming, I saw another hand there.
So I have a question, right? Now, when you're exploring the mainstream addiction, say in a sense of reward, like the reward cycle and whatnot, whereas for some people it's things that can be sort of judged or shunned, right? Masturbation, reward. Your mind is just in sync with that, right? Whereas for other people, you find them getting into things like bodybuilding, because it does give you whatever. It does give you a sense of reward, right? So can that also be termed as an addiction if it's pushed or?
No, for example, I learned how to do my work. In case when I'm tired, I go for gym and steam. You get it? I do my gym and steam. Every 3 days in a week, you find me busy gymming, steaming. Why? Because I feel good when I go for gym and steam. Is that bad? So will I go for alcohol that will destroy? So go for some activity that is good. Are we together? There are activities that are rewarding. Some people go for, like football, they're in the pitch. Is that bad? Yeah? So, that is what I want to discuss about such types of addiction. People think they are easy. You might be doing it in a social, thinking you are doing it in a social way, but I want you to always assess yourself. One, when you do it, how do you feel? The moment you start feeling bad about yourself, then know it's a problem. All together. You start actually feeling what? You actually start guilty. Like, what I've done is not good. But inside you are feeling guilty. Just know it's bad. Just know it's turning into addiction. Two, if you start fearing to even be in people, you've done it and then you are on the dining, you are feeling guilty. Even passing in people, you feel like maybe they have seen me what I've done. Just know it's becoming what? Addiction. These things happen. It's not rocket science. Because I've worked with youth. I'm telling you, I went to a single school. I know. I went to a single school. One of my school was singers, I told you. I know. These things happen. So be careful with whichever friends you interact with and advise them. The girls, that's why, by the way, girls are now going with girls, fellow girls, lesbians. Because you have been into some habits and you feel a boy cannot do anything. It is a fellow girl that can really satisfy you on whatever issue. And then you become mentally affected into that. Okay? Men are going with fellow men because they feel that's the way to go. Your hand has been real burned. Can you? Yes, please. Yeah. What causes what? Some drugs healthy. Which drugs are healthy? Unless they're prescribed by the doctor. Okay, for example, if they are prescribed by the doctor, just do it 3 days, 4 days, that is okay. Some drugs are very highly addictive. I am managing so many doctors with pethidine addiction, those who inject themselves. It's because when you start injecting yourself, you don't have any problem. You have the best feelings ever in the world. So what will happen? You will not stop doing that. Okay? Yes. The antidepressants are not addictive. Apart from a few like amitriptyline, lorazepam, those ones that have addictive content, that's very true. If they have been, but some are prescribed for a long time. Okay, as long as they are prescribed by the doctor, that is okay. Are we together? So ladies and gentlemen, mental health is a wide topic. Addiction is a wide topic. Talk about depression, talk about anxiety. Most of us, our families suffering from such. Most of us ourselves are suffering from some. Some of us are drinking alcohol socially, that is okay. Are we together? But be careful. The moment the brain gets used, the moment the GABA, the neurotransmitter for alcohol, mimics and you feel nice, you'll not stop taking that alcohol. The moment you're pushed into that shisha and you feel like, wow, which flavor? You know the best flavors, just know. I've seen so many girls, you pass via certain place, you say girl seated is from campus, by the way. Down in the village, the father know the girl is very busy reading. The younger girl is very busy. Oh, the smoker is passing here, in the nose, here, there. You've not seen this? You guys don't go to clubs. You see a young girl seated, smoker is coming from everywhere. And that's the feeling they want, smoker, oof, wow, in the nose. It's just that you've not mastered other places, but smoker is just, because when it's just coming from out of the body. Mommy and daddy is aware my girl is at campus. The younger girl is just in a hostel. The younger girl in a hostel sleeps only twice. And the younger boy is very busy in Njaga and grabbing bags around because he wants money to sustain the habit of addiction. He's actually the kanyam of the place. Call him. He's very good at katayimbwa. But when he goes back home during holidays, he's the humblest guy around. I want to tell you, the habit will come to be seen. I've dealt with many. I've worked with many. I know what I'm saying. Are we together? So, I don't know how many minutes I'm remaining with, doctor? 15 minutes? Okay? Guys are like, hey, yeah. Guys are like, hey, watch out to say that. No, that's it. It's a big topic to talk about. It's a lot to discuss in this angle. But there are some things that I'm going to tell you that you help yourself. One, let me talk about depression briefly. One, whenever you start lacking sleep, you're right, assess yourself. Lack of sleep. The moment you start losing sleep, just know something is happening and something is not right. Okay? 2, feeling sad most of the time. Sadness most of the time. Either excessive or mild. I don't care. It's a progress. 3, loss of appetite. I don't know why. Things are not really. You cannot just stop eating. Something is happening. Something is happening somewhere. These days I don't have appetite. I don't know why. Loss of interest in activities. Loss of interest in what? In activities that you used to enjoy. You are such a nice swimming girl. When you go in the swimming pool, wow. You even walk like this, but these days you even fear to go. You actually even fear to move out of the hostel or the house. You are just in your bed, just know there is something that's not right. Loss of interest in what? In activities that you used to do what? To enjoy. Those are how many? 4. 5. Social isolation. Social what? Social isolation. You start isolating yourself. You don't want to be seen. You remember you were the most noisy character. Yeah. But nowadays, because the job is not there, you not even have anything. You even don't have any single 10K for MBs. You cannot even communicate. You even fear to ask. You start isolating yourself. Then you know there is something happening in your life. Are we together? So when you look at these things, and 3 of them are consistently happening, please, I'll leave my number. Let's talk about it, so that you don't cross the boundary. Some of us now, after this, we go and self-medicate. How? That's when you look for the niggers. That's when you look for the bad girls. Because you are tired. Just want to waste your life. It's okay. You understand? Even when they talk up at home, it's okay. I don't care. Then that's when you'll go into drinking. You've seen so many girls. I wish they can organize you come and visit Botabika Hospital and visit the alcohol and drug unit. You are going to find your OBs and the OGs there. I'm being realistic. That addiction unit, you'll find your OBs and OGs there. That unit for women, you are going to find very nice, beautiful young girls, but living in despair. Because things didn't work out. Because there was someone who broke the heart. Talk about heartbreaking. By the way, heartbreak is one of the leading causes of depression in women. The guy used to call you after every 5 minutes. The minutes keep on diminishing. The guy used to call you every day. The days keep on what? Now he calls after 5 days. But wali wankubiranga ku simu. Now after he calls only 1.5 a day. I don't. I'm sorry. Some of these baganda. But I'll still repeat it. Now kati nowadays you don't call me. It's why? Is it because Kale, you know you're breaking my heart. You see? Then you feel bad. That's how you'll start getting these symptoms. You go to bed, you want to chat, you don't have more people to chat with. You get it? You start looking at your phone. Sleep comes, doesn't come. Comes, doesn't come. You look at your phone. No inbox. Can you imagine a whole night minus an inbox? I love you. You are my baby. You are what? And girls like to be kuwana D. They want to be kuwana D. The moment say your hair is nice, she'll now sleep very well. Today you put on nicely. Next day she will come walking like she want to kick everyone around. But now someone who has been telling you those words is no longer doing so. Then you get heartbroken. Now to encourage you, younger girl, this is not your man. This one is just a rapper. I was in university, and I used to tell these students that you see relationship in universities, 0.1% succeed to be wife and woman. Yes. 0.1 succeed to be woman and wife. In university relationships. But I sleep in Lumumba, those who have been to Makerere. But you see, a younger girl leaves the room, another one comes in. If you don't know, I'm telling you what happened. You girls, you are going there. Another one leaves, I hide the shoes. Another one comes in. By the way, that's what happens. You leave your thing there, but you are leaving the shoes. Those ones are hidden very far. The boys know what to do. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if I'm removing your tactics, but I'm being realistic so that my women don't get depressed. So that my girls here are strong, live a better mental health state. You leave your dress there on the musumari, and then it is hidden properly. Another one comes in. When I'm coming back tomorrow, it goes back. Did you know those tactics? Now I'm teaching you. And at this time when you leave, make sure you are like having OCD, obsessive compulsive. You just leave it exactly in a certain line. You see if to find it in that certain line. It will be somehow disorganized. So mental state. So for better mental health, I'm sorry I've talked about different issues here and there, but when I look at the audience, I think we needed this. Can you clap for me? Can you clap for yourselves more? I'll have just 3 minutes for the burning questions, then we call it a day, ladies and gentlemen. But you've been a very good audience. I don't know even who to pick. She has not said anything. Then I'll pick one from that side and then one.
Thank you very much. Now, me and to go back to the sex addiction. Okay, I've heard about cultures. For example, the Bagisu, these people who carry out the circumcision for the males. If you're a girl and you meet a man who has just been circumcised, and they don't give you some herbs, there are some herbs they give the girls if you're to have sex with that guy who has just been circumcised. And if you don't get those herbs, remember some young girls or boys, they always go into that act without consent of the older people. So if they dare do that, at times the girl is affected in that she will never meet any other man that will satisfy her. I've heard that.
I don't know that. I don't have any evidence on that. But it is something I'm going to make sure I look towards. It's true. Someone is confirming it's true. I don't know. This is a myth. This is a myth. But we shall find out that. Okay? Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. I just want to, can you help us and shortly talk about alcohol addiction?
Can you help us and shortly talk about alcohol addiction? Alcohol addiction is the worst. It starts slowly. It starts what? Slowly. I don't know how many minutes I'm remaining with. I'm working within my 15 minutes. No, it can't be. So look here. Socially, myself, I take some small wine, by the way. Don't say this guy is a pastor. You know, pastor came and talked to us. I am not a pastor. Are we together? Don't say, you know, today we had a pastor. No, I am not a pastor. I do some little wine, maybe once in a month. Just socialize. People do alcohol, and it's very dangerous. Of recent, I'm part of the people who have drafted the bill, if you didn't know. The bill in the parliament for the alcohol control bill. I'm behind it. Yeah. I'm behind the alcohol control bill and Honorable Saro Pendi plus Honorable Macho of Tororo. And unfortunately, my mama Cecilia, who passed on, I'm supposed to be there. But I'm part of the alcohol control bill. Alcohol is worse and it's dangerous. Because when it goes to the brain, people start socially drinking. You get it? In the beginning, this is you. This is alcohol. Are we together? As time goes on, this is you. This is alcohol. As time goes on, this is you. This is alcohol. What is happening? The intake is increasing. You started with 1 Smirnoff. Nowadays, when you go, and I can do 2. I am talking about Smirnoff because I know the age here is about Smirnoff and malt. That means I've been there. What do you want? Smirnoff red. I'll do a Smirnoff Black. As you continued, it increased as you are here, but as you continued, now alcohol took control of you. In most cases, alcohol take control of people, and it is very addictive because scientifically it also goes to it mimics one of the neurotransmitters called the GABA neurotransmitter. You write that and read about it. You have to be knowledgeable. The GABA neurotransmitter. GABA. The GABA wali kuchenyanja. GABA, G-A-B-A, transmitter, neurotransmitter. It's a certain transmitter that alcohol mimics, okay? So when you take alcohol and that feels good, that means you're going to continue taking, and then you are going to reach at a level, tolerance. Tolerance level is when you take and you can't take more than enough. If you take 1 bottle, you cannot feel satisfied unless you take about 10 bottles. And as withdrawal sets in, if you're an alcoholic, that's why you see people starting doing like this. So, but if someone goes and puts in another alcohol, it stabilizes. Those were your physics teachers. Mathematics. When alcohol is moving out of the system, you see him shaking and sweating. When he goes in and puts in 1 kavera, stabilizes. What is it? It's that the system is used now. It can only function on substance. So alcohol has taken control. That's why in the bill we have written, and I'm praying that the president can sign on the bill, we want people to take alcohol on minimal times and hours. Go at 5, take 1 bottle of beer and sleep. And then people are functioning normally. But you see, Kampala is a smaller club. Do you know that Kampala is a smaller club? How many of us have moved to Kampala at night? If you move in Kampala at night, you are literally in a smaller club. For you are walking, but in actual sense, just know you are in a club. Do you know what I'm talking about? As if you move around Kampala at night, just know you are walking in a club. Because everyone is dancing, drinking up to morning, and people are addicted. The younger children, the male, the female, the old, everyone is into alcohol use. Okay? So a lot we can discuss on alcohol and substances, but it's very highly addictive, and I encourage you not to test if you haven't tested. If you have tested, please be careful. Whenever you start increasing the levels, just know you are heading towards addiction. Every time you want kavera and a kabotro around you. Even in class, you'll want to sneak in with a kabotro. A question about the bill? Okay.
So unless you're like restricting the selling of alcohol to individuals, stopping or reducing the hours for people to access the club doesn't help.
Actually, in the bill, we want to restrict the production, that only those with you, because alcohol is produced everywhere now, and even the packaging. At first, in 2014, I was among people who fought the kavera, by the way. And now kavera is no more. Everywhere I would see kavera, even at this campus, people sneak in. You remember that time? Everyone, even at home, my dad is with kavera, mom is with kavera. The younger boys with kavera, the totos kavera. It was too much. Till we said, okay, can alcohol be in packaged bottles and increase the meals? Now we've seen these smaller bottles are being put here. You find someone has 3 bottles here and here in the court. So we want now to increase. Let them at least keep a big bottle here. You get what I'm saying? And this will minimize on the intake. The kavera was too much, by the way. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. If I talk about marijuana briefly, very highly addictive. How? Oh, time has gone. Marijuana, when you take it, for the boys who are here, kindly don't test. For the girls, don't. Even the shishas these girls take, they mix in marijuana. If you don't, you know. Because they want you to go back for more shisha. Because marijuana is highly addictive. These guys want you to go back and buy shisha more. They put in a flavor and marijuana. So when you take it, you feel good. Oh, the other shisha was good. You can't even take a shish of Golobu. You'll jump on the border B to go and take a shish of Kansanga. Why? Because there is something in there that ignited dopamine and serotonin. All together. When you take marijuana, what happens on the brain? It is electrical. It is what? Electrical impulse. By the way, be careful. If you have someone who is taking marijuana, be careful near that person. Anything can happen anytime. Anything can happen anytime. By the way, I'm being realistic. The guy will start seeing you as an enemy, and just see the guy slapping you out of the blue. Why? Because when you take this drug, marijuana, it interferes the normal functioning of the brain, the perception, the what? The guy will see. That's why you see in Mukono, most of those boys, I used to wonder, but when we went, most of those boys who were imprisoned and would sleep on goats, pigs, cows, would have taken marijuana. One of them told us, when I saw that cow, it was like a younger, beautiful girl. This is very true, because when you take marijuana, it changes. A younger cow or a big cow will look a very nice campasa. And what will happen? Go for it. Then rape and libido. It increases the libido levels. The girl just want to grab you down. There is no reason of asking. You get what I'm saying? When you take marijuana, these are the guys you see. I've lectured. When I'm in Makere lecturing, those guys, I can look in the class of about 70. And you look at these boys, like, I can actually even show who is just listening to me and who is just there as a cartoon. Those guys are in class, and for these secondary school teachers, they think, these guys are very attentive today. Because they will sit like this. And for you think they are very attentive. In actual sense, they are actually hallucinating. A lot is going through them. You've seen these guys, eh? You even look at the guy is just there like this for even 10 minutes. And you think he's very attentive, and this guy can listen. He is not there. That's marijuana. Why? Because when you take it in the brain, we have billions of neurons. Are we together? Billions of what? So when you take marijuana, we've done biology. Just a simple one, so that you can know, knowledgeable. Billions of neurons in the brain. So on this, we have myelin fifth. We have myelin what? You know it? You've learned about it? This cover that covers the neuron from attaching to another neuron so that there is no firing. Okay, let me use local. I like locality. If you see this electricity and the electricity, one wire, one cable has so many small wires. Are we together? That's the brain. So when these small wires are not insulated and touch each other, what happens? What happens? That is the brain now. The smaller neuron is the brain. When the myelin fist goes off, then they touch each other. What happens? Electrical impulse. And that's why the guy will say, wow! You start jumping up. That's why you see some of them, they go to stage when they are high. You will jump even when there is no music. You'll do anything and you get it? I will start giving you the mic. Because there is a lot of electrical impulse and firing. The neurons are doing what? They are firing, and the guy will not get tired. You wonder why this guy is jumping up, down, and is not getting tired. Most of them have broken down, by the way, in that he's using excessive energy that the body is not supposed to use. So what will happen after breaking? Breaking what? That's why you see they start hearing voices. They start hearing their mother died. He will walk and he sees people, enemies around him. You've seen them? It's like, guy, what don't you get a coach? Like, Zenafada. zivuddeko. And this is a reality. You get it? Because marijuana, in marijuana, scientifically, we have THC. We have what? THC. Sorry, I can teach you a little bit of these science words. THC is tetrahydrocannabinoids. It is a chemical in marijuana that makes people high. So, chovala bantoli anywede ya busigo. Because obusigo has higher THC. Has higher what? Levels of THC than this one, than this mugo just. Nchovala anywede ya busigo. Because it has higher tetracannabinoids. Marijuana can make someone to do, that's why you see Yatemieko, he cut off his daddy's head. You've seen these things, by the way. He raped his own son. Even alcohol causes a lot of that. Alcohol causes a lot of, we call it, sorry, when I speak some words, it is called alcohol hallucinosis. Alcohol what? Hallucinosis. And someone starts hearing voices after taking alcohol, voices calling him, voices of people who passed away. Above, it gets deluded. Abana bange tebachanjagala. And when the perception changes, the younger girl, actually, if your daughter, you look like the wife, and he wants to touch you, remember it's your dad. Because there is a lot of visual impairment. Visual what? There's a lot of visual impairment also. That's why you see this. How many of us have been in the village before? I'm sorry, some of you are lucky. You've grown up here in State Square. I know your houses and here just at State Square and Kololo. And Entebbe Airport. Some of us who grew up in the village. I now know, after studying, by the way, I'm an expert in addiction. I'm a global expert in addiction. I'm a certified addiction, I'm international certified addiction professional. And I'm a global master trainer. We are only 3 global master trainers in addiction. Me, Dr. Basangwa, another doctor who is a psychiatrist. So I know what I'm talking about. You get it? In the village, I now know why people used to walk. Hey, do you know this guy is after drinking joint? He comes alone in the road, talking alone, barking, wait. He's fearing in the road, but he's seeing a rogue as a person coming. And he's singing songs, yo. Because he used to fear. And he sees things that people coming to him. So, what am I saying? Whenever you do these drugs, they change the normal functioning of. That is one point you should take. They change the perception. The frontal lobe. Oh, if I started teaching about anatomy of the brain, you can like it. For you just have the head, you don't know even what it does. But you see the way you swing your head with iPhone. Guys, do you know that you have your head, but you even don't know what it does? You just see your head very big like mine. Disturbing people. I wish you can just take a little time and understand your brains. All together. I wish you can even just take a little time and understand the things you do. How do you do them? Do you do them in a conscious manner or subconscious manner? You see someone undressing in people and like, she's very naked, showing people like, is this normal? Are we together? If you just understand your brain and the normal function of your brain, you'll be a very good person. Other, don't just swing your head around. You have been with your head for the last 25 years. But you even don't know how it functions. This is the frontal what? This is the frontal what? The frontal lobe, its work is just decision what? Decision making. Ono guy, ingende na yes agenda. Ono, you get it. That's the work of this. Is this good or bad? That's that. This is the major part of the brain. For today, understand that. Are we together? If someone beat you here, he has killed you. Because this area controls everything you do. It controls the movements I'm doing because of the motor system. It controls even doing like this. You understand? So the moment you take a drug, it first affects this, which is a decision. Then you start losing it. Otherwise, I can talk till the cows come back home. I thank you so much. I would wish to end here, if you don't mind. Okay? But I think he has something you want to pass, and then with this lady, then we call it a day. Are we together? Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to ask if we could have your contact and whether you're fine with us interacting with you. Yes, and then do help me with a certain issue, right? Query. Say, is entropy a thing that you've covered? Entropy, or rather self-destructive tendencies, right? Everything is fine up until you start to self-sabotage or make it not fine.
Well, mine is easy. Just how to get over depression.
How to get over depression is a lot that we can have, or you can call me and we talk about it, okay? Some of these things are steps, but mostly avoid stressors, avoid things that put you into stress. Sometimes they are unavoidable, but know how to control them, okay? Then for you, it's okay if you feel like somehow you are going out of the line, please try to have some distractors. All together. Learn swimming, learn some activities that can help you. Learn swimming, learn some other games like maybe volleyball. Start venturing into something that can help you get better. Are we together? Yeah, learn some music even if you're not good. Maybe now try and start learning music, okay? This will help you a lot and help you get better. Are we together? So that you distract your mind. Even when you feel like you want to do a drug. Sometimes I tell the youth, if you have something that's negative thought, have a rubber band. The moment you pitch yourself harder, you lose, the focus on that particular thing you're thinking about. So there's a lot of techniques. There's a lot of techniques we can use, we can go through, but most of them we can't share them here. Sorry, she wants the question? You have a question? Okay. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, she's asking a question, Bambi. Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. Truly, I've seen everything you have taught about addiction. But I want to ask, for example, we, the peer educators right now, how can we help people out there who are addicted to the different things, to the different substances? How are we going to help the community out there to do away with the addictions? Thank you.
This is very good. I love the sign language. Fantastic. How we can help is you pass on information, tell them about the dangers of substance use, tell about them the dangers of what tell them about the increase in mental health about substance use. Okay? And how people get affected into this. There are so many issues, as I said, we can talk about, but just that our time is far, far, far spent. Guys, I appreciate that you can ask me that when I give another 5-10 minutes, no, just 5 minutes when I'm around. You can come and we share that individually, if you don't mind. Gentlemen, I thank you so much. Phone number. My number is 0774 30 68 96. 0774 30 68 96. For those who really want free calls, Paka last is 0704 55 62 23. My name is Grace Bikumbi. You can Google me if you want to Google, so that you don't think Mufera has been talking to you. You can put in just Grace Bikumbi. I think they'll bring a little profit about me. Okay? No Googles don't lie. You just Google someone's name and tell you about that person. Otherwise, I thank you so much. You have been one of the best audiences I've spoken to this year. Can you clap for yourselves? Very attentive, very interactive, and knowledgeable audience. I wish I would meet you again and we share more about this. I thank you and God bless you.
Abako, 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 Kalabanda, Kalabanda, Grace. I saw you excited. Now you know the addictions you have. All the ones you have to battle with. Yeah? If you have any other questions about addictions, alcohol, and substance abuse, note them down. We shall send them to Mr. Grace and he'll answer. But he has also shared his number. Yeah? Kalombo Lombo is on the table. Make sure you have a copy. Kalango, if you haven't paid and you haven't come to the office to share your payment plan, please. Your deadline is tomorrow. If you paid some and haven't cleared the balance, your deadline is Friday this week. Yeah? If you have challenges paying, make sure you reach out to me today before you leave and share your plan of paying. Yep. Does anyone have Kalango? If we don't have Bulango, give me my Kalombolombo and go home. Home, not to the bar. They have told you about the effects of alcohol. Some of you live here and go to the bar. And I'll be seeing you in the morning. Some of you come with red eyes. I don't know whether you're addicted to movies or to alcohol. Or you don't have sleep. Sex. Hey. Kalombolombo.
The Peer Educators Academy is a program where we mentor young people in sexual and reproductive health. We empower them in advocacy, we empower young people in communications, we empower them in different fields of life of their interests. We've given them skills at the academy and knowledge to enable them to make different life choices. Well, this being the 9th cohort has been so amazing. One thing that stood out for me in the 9th cohort was the teamwork that they had. They worked together as a team, and we had a quiz during this 9th cohort, and it was the first of its kind, and it was really, really great. You could see that there's teamwork. It was really amazing.
What inspired me to join Reach Your Hand Uganda? The passion that I have for it, and I heard about it because it's for the young people, so I had that passion to pass on information to the young people.
I've seen its products, for example, Clinton and Rosetta, people that I've been able to meet and have been so inspirational in my life. So if they picked a leaf from this organization, then why not me?
I needed to get more information about sexual reproductive health and rights.
Us, as the youth, we tend to think we kind of know like everything, but when I joined the academy, actually I realized that we don't know a lot.
I joined so as get more knowledge on SRHR so that I can pass to other people in communities, most of those who marginalize and take these young people as if they are joking when they express some of these things to them.
The objective of the Peer Educators Academy is to give the young people knowledge to make informed life choices.
You as an adult in this room, we want you to make an informed choice after we've given you the information.
Our communities perish because they don't have the right information. Information about health,
Misinformation about physical health, information about mental health, and also spiritual health.
If you're saying you're a woman of values, you're a woman that respects yourself, you're a woman that is trying to achieve their dreams, then focus on your dreams. And know that in this life, there are a lot of challenges that we go through on a daily basis.
Deep down, I've always believed in myself and known I'm just as...
The outstanding sessions that I had in the CSPR 2023 is that I got to learn more about the sexual
As we sit here this second year to recognize and set the pace to launch the new edition of the Icon Award, it is therefore for this very significant contribution that I request all of us to join hands in supporting this initiative.
The role of the Icon Awards in the film industry cannot be overstated. Firstly, it serves as a platform to honor the creativity, innovation, and hard work of all the filmmakers in Uganda.
Our purpose is to fundraise and see that their pieces see the light of day. It's quite a long journey, but we're happy that this evening we are starting it with you, and we pray that you'll stay with us until the end.
In Uganda, we have a huge problem. We have a problem of we don't believe in ourselves.
And then the education and the training background that we have seem not to interconnect and give us the connectivity to dispense and execute this industry to its fullest potential.
You see, at some point we've been through different festivals and we lacked an Academy Award, or we lacked awards that appreciate us as talent.
So we need to be strategic. The benefits of film are not going to be seen by us. That's what you need to understand.
The people out there would love to know, what are your expectations for the second edition of Icon Awards 2024?
For starters, I'm really excited about the second edition. The first one was really big. They set a very high standard. So I think we've been all beating around, asking ourselves, when are we coming back? When are we coming back for the second one? And I'm so glad that I'm at the launch of the second one. We are really excited for what's coming.
First of all, I expect more fun and entertainment. You know, last time I was nalimu chintu, so I did not fail everything, but this time I'm expecting a lot.
It should be an outburst. I know what the first edition for Icon Awards was. It was unexpected. It was spontaneous. For somewhat, it was on point, and it was a lesson.
You know, people expecting better than what they saw last year, of which last year, to me, it was one of the best award ceremonies I've ever attended.
So this calls out for partnership for all of us to stand together. Let's partner. Let's work together. We're not even doing it for us. We're doing it for our children and grandchildren.
So we still have a long way to go, but I believe the journey has been started. And if we continue consistently supporting each other, advising each other, I believe the sky is the limit.
As we sit here this second year to recognize and set the pace to launch the new edition of the Icon Award, it is therefore for this very significant contribution that I request all of us to join hands in supporting this initiative.
The role of the Icon Awards in the film industry cannot be overstated. Firstly, it serves as a platform to honor the creativity, innovation, and hard work of all the filmmakers in Uganda.
Our purpose is to fundraise and see that their pieces see the light of day.